Well, welcome back to Men's League. Want to welcome all you back. We have a very huge field, a lot of golfers with us this year, a lot of intermediates, but right across the board, we have a very good crew of golfers. So welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those who played yesterday. Hope you enjoyed your round. You'll notice some changes. We have lots more prizes this year. A potential, that doesn't mean it's going to happen every week, but a potential of $650 worth of prizing every week, and that does not include the skins. That's a separate thing altogether. Um, so you'll notice that there are prizes for individual categories like the masters group, the mid amateur group, and the intermediate group on different greens. And hope you. I think that's a good way of equitably distributing more prizes to everybody. Um, Yesterday wasn't not a lot of report on yesterday. The conditions were they were beautiful outside, but I, I personally, and I think it comes out through the scores. The scoring wasn't that great. People didn't kill this course yesterday. We didn't have a lot of scores under par. We had three perfect scores of 22 points. For those new people new, uh, we use a Stableford system here to calculate your point net Stableford, but the maximum points you can get is 22. That's the maximum that'll be put on your overall score. If you get 25 points in a week, we use that for your top points for the week, but it'll be reduced to 22. And we had three perfect scores yesterday, but I thought it was pretty good because it was not an easy day to play golf. Charles LaPointe, David Denis, and David McBride. Unfortunately, David McBride and Charles LaPointe are in the same age group, and so they tied for first, and I had to draw, and Charles won, and he gets the $25 certificate for that age group. Um, Team play. I think I'm well ahead of the curve in knowing who's in the league. I think it were pretty stable. The next time we're going to see people leave is when I bill them. Sometimes people just don't want to tell me they're not playing anymore, and when they get the $130 bill, they say, "Oh, well, okay, I should have told them." Anyway, so that billing is going to take place later on this month. So I'm going to work on the teams this week. Hopefully I'll have them done. I'll inform the team captains to of who their teams are. Basically, the teams are made same as last year, but I do fill in with players that have left, have moved off. I will appoint new captains for different teams where the captains have left. And I'm going to be asking captains to provide me some feedback with respect to this year's league. Specifically, I would like to have at least 3 rounds from the green tees. But if the captains report back it's not a good idea, we'll scrap that. But I think it would be a lot of fun to move up to the green tees for 3 rounds, especially for us older guys that are having a little trouble out there. I'm sure things will get better as the conditions improve. Um, we also, and this will be later on, probably week 3 or week 4. I'll be putting out the information for fantasy golf. For those who again who are new, I have videos on fantasy golf, how it works. You basically pick one player, you pick your own team. It's free, it's part of the deal. There's a $25 award if your team wins each week. There's a $300 prize for the winning team at the end of the year. And if there's money left over, I might have a second place prize this year too. I would ask you, May 12th is the final date to sign up for match play. We have that open division this year. And so if you're interested in, if you're a real high-end golfer and you're going for the club championship for match play, that's the open division. We have a division, so it's from 5 to 8. So all the 0 to 5 handicaps can't play in that. It's a very restricted division, and it gives those players a chance to compete. It's hard for a 7 or 8 handicapper to compete with a person that's a +1 or +2 handicap. So that was a good move by the captain. I wish we had thought of that earlier. One of the things that I saw in the course that I really have to address, we have a lot of markers on the course now. We have on hole number 3, on hole number 7 and hole number 8. There are 3 different markers on the course, and they're all closest to the pin type markers. So what I've asked you to do is this now, and please take note of this. If your shot is over 6 feet away from the pin, there's no need for you to measure with a measuring tape. Just leave the marker where your ball landed. Okay? Just leave it there. If it's blocking the pin, let's say you're worried that a ball is going to hit it, move it to behind the pin the same distance. But if it's over 6 feet, leave it. If it's under 6 feet, then take the measuring tape, measure in inches. So we're all measuring the same way. Put your name on the marker, put the number of inches, and move the marker to the collar. Okay? I don't want you pacing off 14, 15 feet. That's not going to work. It never does work. So just leave the marker in the ground so we know where it is. It's a long way away. It's a long way away. 6 feet's a long way for close to the pin. So you might win, but just leave it in the ground. The same is true for number 9. You do not have to measure anything there. You don't have to pace anything out. Just leave the marker where your ball landed. It's closest to the marker. We're not blocking anything. We're not blocking a hole. Just close to the marker. Just leave it there. So if the next guy gets in and it's closer than you, he knows exactly how far it is. So leave it there. Let's see. Oh, yes. You've noticed a couple of signs that say, please putt out, because one of the things of the survey last year, people were saying that they've noticed other people don't putt out. Now, look, I know that it's a 3-inch putt. Why are you putting out? It happens. You make a mistake. You pick up the ball. Okay, don't do that because everybody's watching. Everybody's watching, and it comes back to me. Yeah, they're not putting out. No, they're cheating. I don't want to hear that. Putt the damn ball out. Just putt it out. Now, you can pick up your ball if you're 4 over par. 4 over par is your maximum score. So if you're playing par 3 and you're shooting your 8th shot, pick it up, mark it a 7. I'm not marking any more than that. You can't get any points at 4 over par. So putt out, but you can pick up at 4 over par. Let's set that standard this year. Finally, just one thing on how I do the cards. On Tuesday at around 4 o'clock, I go to the tee sheet for Wednesday, and I take who's ever on that tee sheet and I put them on the scorecards for the next day. I'm frozen at that point. I don't go back. If you go later on, let's say Wednesday morning, I can't play, so I take your name out. I don't know that, okay, because I'm frozen on Tuesday. It's a dynamic thing, and I'm not going to check the tee sheet every 5 minutes. So if you've taken yourself out, just either drop me a line to say I'm not playing today, or when you get the notice from me that night saying that I don't have your score, what I would like you to do is just say, John, I didn't play. So I don't have to worry about getting your score. Okay. So please just let me know, just do that favor for me. We had about 3 or 4 groups that didn't play yesterday, and I keep chasing and chasing, and then finally someone comes back and says, hey, we didn't play. And that's what I want to know. So let's make that convention. If you don't want to hear me nagging about it every week, please stick with that. Other than that, I think we're good. I think those people that are winning prizes, they will get I'm trying out a new thing to inform you an email saying you won a prize. Almost all the prizes are either cash prizes if it's a skin, or merchant or a $25 Pro Shop certificate. Only 2 prizes are, one is a certificate from Tim Hortons and one is merchandise from iOS. You have to get those at the Pro Shop, but everything else is on either your Pro Shop account or onto your club account if it's a cash prize. So you should be getting an email this week once I get all the prize winners in. I've got most of them. Hey, we had some big skins winners this week. 2 in the $110, Manny Respiro and Patrick Castle. Chris Kelly was a big winner in C, $115. Good for you, Chris. With birdie on 3. And boy, when I want to be in the D category next year, the next week, $140 up. It was a carryover, so it's probably going to be a $200 or $300 carry. So we could win about a $300 skin next year in D. If you're not playing skins in D, you're making a big mistake, because it's big money. One birdie could win you a lot of money. Anyway, guys, until next week, play well. And if you have any questions, drop me a line. Thank you.